North Korea has warned that the unprecedented deployment of 3 U.S. aircraft carrier groups taking up a strike posture around the Korean peninsula is making it impossible to predict when nuclear war will break out. North Korea's UN ambassador Ja Song-nam said in a letter to Secretary-General Antonio Gutteres on Monday that the joint military exercises with South Korea are creating the worst-ever situation prevailing in and around the Korean peninsula. It's the first time in a decade that 3 U.S. carrier groups are operating together in the Western Pacific. The aircraft carriers USS Theodore Roosevelt, USS Ronald Reagan and USS Nimitz. Photo: U.S. Navy. Between the 3 U.S. vessels and a smaller Japanese aircraft carrier, the joint force can field more than 200 warplanes ready to strike at a moment's notice, reports Business Insider. In contrast, North Korea is unlikely to be able to scramble that number of aircraft, as it desperately lacks aviation fuel. Along with the 3 carrier groups, he said the U.S. has reactivated round-the-clock sorties with nuclear-capable B-52 strategic bombers which existed during the Cold War times. He also said the U.S. is maintaining a surprise strike posture with frequent flight of B-1B and B-2 formations to the airspace of South Korea. The large-scale nuclear war exercises and blackmails, which the U.S. staged for a whole year without a break in collaboration with its followers to stifle our republic, make one conclude that the option we have taken was the right one and we should go along the way to the last, Ja said. He didn't elaborate on what the last might be, but North Korea has launched ballistic missiles that have the potential to strike the U.S. mainland, and it recently conducted its largest ever underground nuclear explosion. It has also threatened to explode another nuclear bomb above the Pacific Ocean. The 4-day joint naval exercises by the U.S. and South Korea, which began Saturday in waters off the southeastern coast, were described by military officials as a clear warning to North Korea. They involve the carrier battle groups of the USS Ronald Reagan, Theodore Roosevelt and Nimitz, which include 11 U.S. Aegis radar-equipped ships that can track missiles, and 7 South Korean naval vessels. Seoul's military said in a statement that the exercises aim to enhance the combined U.S. and South Korean operational and aerial strike capabilities and to display strong will and firm military readiness to defeat any provocation by North Korea with dominant force in the event of crisis. According to the U.S. Navy's 7th Fleet, it is the first time since a 2007 exercise near Guam that 3 U.S. carrier strike groups are operating together in the Western Pacific. The military drills come amid U.S. President Donald Trump's visit to South Korea and Asia, which has been dominated by discussions over the North Korean nuclear threat. Ja accused the UN Security Council in Monday's letter of repeatedly turning a blind eye to the nuclear war exercises of the United States, who is hell-bent on bringing a catastrophic disaster to humanity. He said the exercises raise serious concern about the double standard of the UN's most powerful body. Copyright 9 Digital Thai Limited 2017.